Hey, y'all. Wait for people to come. Oh, I'm lagging. Let's see if I can close some tabs. Hello, hello. Hey, Enigma. How are you? If y'all are here, let me know where you're at right now. Where do you live? I'm good, thank you. Hello, hello. Thank you for being here. Seattle, Macon, Georgia. Nice. It's a hot day. I just came in from the pool. I'm just closing tabs so that hopefully I feel like our internet hasn't been great lately, and my calls lag. So let me know if I lag at all. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Joy. Nigeria. Very cool. Alabama, in Lala's land. Hey, Layla, East Texas. Hello. Thank you for being here. Okay. I think I've closed just about everything. Does anybody else leave like 30 tabs open at a time? Because it's one of my weaknesses. Anybody have fun plans for the weekend? If you're just tuning in, please feel free to share where you're at, where you're living, where you're calling from. "30 tabs is rookie numbers." How many do you have? Jamaica. Ooh. Bay Area. Why the sad face? Going to the lake this weekend for a concert on the water. That's exciting. What concert? Pensacola, Florida. I love Florida. You'll know that. Austria. Awesome. That's so cool that there's people all over the world. That's awesome. Thank you for being here. What time is it in Nigeria and in Jamaica and in Austria? It's 1 p.m. here. Team tabs. Yeah, Sebastian gets on me if I'm lagging. Hold on. Am I lagging to y'all? Let me close out of more tabs. 12 noon in Jamaica, 7 p.m. in Austria. Oh, the Bay Area, it's expensive. Yeah, that makes sense. 47 in one window, 33 in another. I don't think I've had 47. And usually I have like 15 to 20 because I have like Chrome and then another Chrome and then another. I have Safari with multiple tabs. It's usually like 15 each. Angie in Gwinnett. I lived most of my life in Gwinnett. Good times. Okay, let me pull up my channel so I can get some of the questions that were asked. But if y'all have any questions, want me to talk about anything in particular, I'm happy to. Thank you for being here again. Austin, Texas, Lance, hello, thank you. Switch account. 47 tabs and a ton of finance YouTube videos. Yeah, I'll do that with like certain articles I want to save or certain videos. I'm like, oh, I'll watch this. And then I just end up adding it to like watch later, or I'll tag it or favorite it, star it on the browser, whatever it's called. Marietta, Georgia. Lots of people in Georgia. That's so cool. Y'all are nearby. Okay, where's my trying to do too many things at once? Posts. Okay. And speaking of Atlanta, one of the questions Yeah, feel free to ask questions in here. I'll come back to them, but I'm going to answer one of these because we're talking about Georgia. What are some of your favorite food spots in Atlanta that offer good value for money? Honestly, good value for money. There's not that many. I also keep in mind I'm vegan, so vegan food is pretty common in Atlanta. Uh, so for sweet treats, if you like donuts in Atlanta, Revolution Donuts. Whether you're vegan or not, they have non-vegan options, but the vegan donuts spectacular. There's always a line out the door every morning. Revolution Donuts for sweets, and I think it's worth it. They're like $3 to maybe $5 per donut. For actual food, honestly, if I'm getting food out, it's gonna be like Chipotle, uh, but not very often, as y'all know. And then restaurants, I like Slutty Vegan. I know that sounds weird. Their whole like brand is slutified, basically. Um, I like their burgers; those are really good. But otherwise, I really don't think anything like Cheesecake Factory to me is the restaurant to go to for like makes everybody happy and is decently priced. And I feel like that's all over the USA, maybe. I don't know. Any of y'all in Atlanta, if y'all have restaurant recommendations, I may not be the best person to ask, but that offer good value for money. There's not many. So let's see. Hello from Brazil. Hey, Renato. Are you a Christian from Lance? I am not. So I'm not really religious. I wouldn't classify myself as anything. I don't like practice anything. I do think I'm a good person and I have like morals and such, but I don't practice anything or go to church or any sort of practice. Emmanuel asks, how do you approach someone that you'd like to help them guide with their finances? You'd like to help them. Honestly, I wouldn't. You can offer it, but it's such a touchy subject that it's just something you can say it in passing, kind of like, hey, let me know if if you want to talk money, happy to. I do that all the time, like, because if somebody asks me what I do for a living or so, it's kind of like my closing sentence, like, oh, if you have money questions, let me know. I'm happy. That's my favorite topic, that type of thing. But I would never go to somebody and be like, hey, you need help. And this is what I do. People will seek help when they really want it. Otherwise, it's just going to go in one ear and out the other. So you can encourage them, like send videos or send books, talk about your own experiences. But I think pushing it can make it worse for a lot of people. Hey, is it Eddie? Fast Eddie. I'm never sure if it's Teddy or I think it's Eddie. Prepared content. Hello, hello. Mediterranean restaurant pita is good. Oh yeah, pita's. Oh, kava. Kava's probably better than Chipotle. Depends on if you're in the mood for Mediterranean versus Chipotle. Like it just depends on what you're in the mood for. But kava, I think is worth it. It's like a $11, maybe $12 bowl, but so good. Hey Dina, I am doing great. Thank you. I hope you are too. Hey Connie, you're working right now, but psyched to join. Thank you for being here. I know it's a weird time. I usually go to the gym around 4 to 5, so I didn't want to go live later on a Friday. I doubt anybody would be on YouTube on a Friday evening. Well, maybe you are. Speaking of YouTube, is anybody watching Ryan Trahan's like 50 days in different Airbnbs? So we've been watching that every night, and it's so fun. I think him and Haley, his wife, are very like wholesome and they're very sweet. But he's raising money for St. Jude, trying to raise $1 million, which he's absolutely going to. And he's going to an Airbnb in every single state. I'm excited to see him come to Georgia and what that looks like. But yeah, it's just a really fun series to watch if you want something. Dear Finance. Hi, Layla. I love your channel. Thank you. Do you talk about your skincare routine on your personal channel? Your skin is literally glowing. I do, actually. I give an update every now and then because people will always ask. I really appreciate that because there was a time where I struggled with my skin, like maybe 10 years ago. I just did my skincare. I came in from the pool, took a shower, and just did my skincare. I do have rosacea, so I get like the camera is probably smoothing some of this, like this is not, if you see me in real life, there's gonna be redness and like it's not perfect. But I do share my skincare over there. I use Bloom, Blume. I use their face wash, like a cleanser. It's in a blue bottle. I use their moisturizer at night. It's a blue pump bottle. It's very affordable altogether. Like, well, I mean, I don't know what you think of affordable, but it's nothing crazy, and it lasts a while. And then for the day, I wear Supergoop SPF. It's Supergoop Play SPF 50. I wear SPF every single day. I've done that for like over a decade. Um, and then sometimes I'll exfoliate with, I have like a Ole Hendrickson lemon scrub, which I'll use. I did that today. And that is, at night with my moisturizer, I mix it with castor oil, just a drop. So I put the moisturizer on my palm, put a tiny little drop of the castor oil, mix it, and that's how I've seen great results from that. And it's not as sticky. Like if you just put castor oil straight on your face, then it's going to be sticky, but mix it with your moisturizer. Everybody's different though. So it's like hard to, you got to do trial and error. Hardest thing when you see friends doing terrible things financially. Yeah. Especially when they're excited about it. Like, oh, I just got a car or things like that. And you just can't say anything like, oh, good. That's great. Happy for you. That's kind of, I don't ever try to teach it. It's kind of like at the gym. Like I think you shouldn't correct people's form or try to get in, tell them, oh, you should try this. I don't think that's right to do at the gym unless somebody asks. It's the same thing with finances. Okay, your name is Eddie. Cool. My friend is all excited to buy. Oh, you put that on there, buy a brand new car, and I'm dying inside. Yeah. And it's like $40K for the car. Hi, Gretel. Bulgaria. Hi, Sophia. Thank you for joining. Can you please share more details on your S Corp election? Yes, in a future video. Yeah, so I'm going to film a business video. It's not something I'm going to talk about very frequently. That's not my thing. I'm finance, I'm not business. And honestly, I don't feel like I'm the strongest business person. Everything I've done is just trial and error and like going through the, ups and downs of it all. But yeah, I can share about that. I'm going to just do basically one longer video on business stuff. So I can talk about S Corp, but the cost of it, you can do it on your own for quite affordable. In the state of Georgia, you have to get an LLC, or in every state, you'd have to get an LLC first, which is usually like $100. You can do that on your own, but it was very confusing. The words they use are confusing. So I went through Zen Business and they did like the whole setup process and the S corporation, like establishing that. And I think I paid maybe $600. And then every year you have to pay like $300. So I'm fine with it because they keep me in compliance and I don't know what to do otherwise. I started my own personal YouTube channel because of you. Thank you. That's awesome. I'm honored to hear that. I love when people say that. I started my channel, I think, because of Mary from Pennies Not Perfection. And we're now friends. So like, it's really cool for things to go full circle. And I love to support. You know what? Let me try to go to your Budget Life Sophia. I'm going to go to your channel. I'm going to subscribe. I think if you want to create a YouTube channel, I just subscribed, Sophia. I think if you want to create a channel, like do it. And I love when y'all say I inspired you to. That's really cool. Okay, the chat just jumped. Okay. Lance, have you been to Austin? The city is thriving, live music capital of the world. You should come and do one of your How Much Debt Do You Have videos. I have not been to Austin. The only time I've been to Texas is to the airport. Like I've been to the airport multiple times, the Dallas. I've heard Austin is pretty cool and I would like to go and check it out. That would be a good place to. Isn't Caleb Hammer based in Texas? And he did that for some time. Carlos, you're a savage. Thanks for inspiring. Thanks, Carlos. Oh, Connie, I keep checking for we're talking about. Yeah, I loved chatting with Michael. So Connie asked about the podcast that Michael and I created called We're Talking About Stuff. I'm sure like the bulk of y'all don't know what I'm talking about. But we were filming episodes like every week. I think we put up 11 or 12. But it got to the point where it was just like, yeah, not really worth it. It was so fun to have the conversations, and I miss talking. I still talk to him. He's still a client of mine, but I miss having those conversations because he's just like a friend of mine at this point, and we had a lot in common. It was just fun and funny, and then yeah, it just became too much to like edit and stay on top of, and I felt like I couldn't even. I barely keep up with the comments here, honestly. So I'm like, this is too much, and it was my idea, so. How is Sebastian doing now that he's engaged? Is he excited? I don't think he really feels any different. We kind of do. Like it feels really the same. Like we've been together so long, but there is like a closeness because of it, I would say. And is he excited? I suppose maybe the same way I am. Oh, also like on my videos when I was talking about like budgeting for the wedding, somebody commented like, "Why are you so serious? It should be a fun thing." Like this is just how I talk. I'm just not I'm not like people will always say to me like, "Oh, you need to smile more." And I can do that. Like this is my attempt at smiling while I speak, but it's just how I am. It doesn't mean I'm not excited or I'm not unserious. It's just how I talk. It's my face. So I'm excited, but I may not show that in my expressions all the time. But yeah, I think he's excited. We've been talking about it. We've been planning it. Mostly me planning it, the party, and then he's, like I ask him for his feedback or what he thinks of this, that type of thing. For the 50-30-20 rule, does the 30 include an employer match? If I get a 6% employer match for a 401k, can I save and invest 24% of my income, or do I still contribute 30% to savings? Honestly, I don't really do those rules. I don't like them because it usually doesn't work for most people. And actually the 20 part is for investing and saving. The 30 part is for wants. Obviously, you can switch that how you want to. But sorry, is Sina on here right now? That was Sina just now, who just sent me $100 through Venmo. Sina, are you on here? Thank you. Let me see what he said. Sorry, all. Congrats and hope you're well. It could have just been a coincidence, but if he's on here, thank you so much, Sina. You're the best. But yeah, you get to choose how you want to do the 50-30-20 rule, in my opinion. I would say the more you invest, the better. Do you have debt? That's another thing to consider. So if you have debt or high interest debt, you may not want to invest as much. But if you can save 30% or 24%, like either one is great. But for me, I would say the more the better. The food here in Texas is amazing. I bet your Mexican food is the best. Barbecue is hands down the best in the world. Yeah, I know that Texas has a lot of diversity with food. So is it Iman or is it I'm Anderson from Brooklyn, New York? Hello, and thank you for being here. Brennan Valesky, favorite gym day muscle group. Yeah, I love fitness. So honestly, leg day, typical girl answer. But I also have grown to really love upper body, like chest days. Right now, I follow Kelly Matthews on the Ladders app, which it's actually a iPhone app specifically. But if you like, I have my iPad, so I can use the app on my iPad, take a picture, like a QR code, and then I have the workout on my phone. But I've done her program since May of last year, and it has like literally changed the composition of my body. It's crazy. So basically, I just try to lift as heavy as possible, and then she switches up the program, like the actual workout split, every 6 to 8 weeks or so. So right now, it's 4 full body days per week, and then like Wednesdays conditioning. So I do sprints once a week. on the treadmill, and then like a full day of cardio and abs basically. But yeah, leg day. I really like chest because I feel much stronger at it. And I have been training calisthenics, so that's been fun. On my lifestyle channel, I show some of that, and I'll be getting up some shorts because I film every time I do like handstands. I'm working on the human flag, pull-ups. I don't really film my pull-ups. I've been able to do those for quite some time now. But yeah, I show a lot of that, a little bit more on that on my lifestyle channel. Let's see. The company I used for my S Corp was Zen Business. Zen Business. Okay, this is, sorry, it's jumping around. A lot of your financial advice has kept me from making some huge financial mistakes. That's awesome. Glad to hear that. I just started my channel. I've been following you for years and just jumped out there sharing how I save and my mortgage payoff journey. Amazing. Dear Finance, I got you too. I'll find you. By the way, y'all, I think I put ads on this, so I don't usually. Hopefully y'all are okay with that. If it pops up with an ad, I apologize. Dear Finance, I'm subscribed. You're almost at 1,000. You get monetized soon. Go subscribe to Dear Finance and Budget Life Sophia. Dina, I feel like if I'm not an expert enough, I shouldn't be talking about a specific topic. I feel like an imposter, to be honest. I mean, I wouldn't call myself an expert per se, but because of experiences and having knowledge on the topic, I feel that I am okay. Like if you ask me a question about finance, I probably know the answer to it, you know? So I think imposter syndrome is normal when you talk about any topic. So yeah, I think just give it a try. Like just film it if that's you're talking about YouTube, but just create the content, see how you feel about it, edit it, put it together, and then put it up. And I think a lot of people also get discouraged when they post something and they don't get like followers or likes, that type of thing. And it's like, that's going to take some time. I used to post and get nothing. So it just gets, it grows naturally. Hey, Lolly. Who just sent that? The chat. Oh, Sina is on here. Hey, Sina, another 20? Oh my God, thank you so much. Shout out to Sina. Can I give a thumbs up on here? Oh, I can heart it. Cool. Hey, Sina, thank you. Sina, are you in Canada? I always thought you were. Oh, I think we did talk about that. And you're like in California. I don't know. I can't remember. Gretel, introverted, starting into retirement in the past month. I'd like to start a channel, but I'm afraid I wouldn't be as energetic and exciting as the people I see online. I mean, do you think I'm energetic and exciting? Because I don't think I am. Most of my content is pretty low key. So yeah, I think what's her name? The woman I had on my podcast. Why can't I think of her name? I see her face right now. Oh my gosh, y'all probably know who I'm talking about. She's like 70 years old. She's traveling in France right now. Hold on, that's gonna bother me if I don't. Hold on. Oh, this is my other channel. Y'all, I can't think of her name. I'll come back to it. If y'all know who I'm talking about, she's 70 years old, but she has a channel and she just like shares her experience. She's retired, travels now, talks about her money stuff. How do you feel about Bitcoin? I think it's cool if you want to invest in that. It's not I had some Bitcoin. I sold it all, I think last year. I should have waited, but I only had like $900 worth, and then it blew up. Like if I had, don't take this as financial advice or like what you should do, but if I had like 50K laying around and I wanted to, like I was fine with losing that, I would absolutely just throw 50K into Bitcoin and wait for it to, well, I would also kind of keep an eye on Bitcoin and see see when it drops and then put money in and cash out once it goes to like 150K, because it's crazy what it gets to. But I just don't mess with that. I still don't completely understand it, so it's not my thing. Austin, okay, I'm going to come back. I have questions on here that I want to, like Enigma, I know you asked me question on here. Question from Brian Williams. How do you decide on how much to have in your checking account? Sorry, it's a personal choice. I don't have a straightforward answer. I keep like less than $200 in my checking account at a time, in my personal checking account. And I just prefer to have my money elsewhere. So either in savings, or if obviously I pay for the credit cards as I use them throughout the month, and then otherwise invests the money. Some of my clients prefer to have $5,000 in their checking account, or 2,000. I've had some people, like even Sebastian will keep his checking account really high. And otherwise, if he goes below a certain number, it makes him feel like he has no money. So it just depends what you prefer. From Enigma on the post, what challenges do you face while being a content creator? If any, what has been your method of overcoming those challenges in order to grow? Yeah, I can talk about this more too in that business video I was talking about. I was thinking of I saw this question yesterday. So I think the main thing is never feeling like I'm doing enough is one of the biggest things. Like I could always be doing more. I could be filming more videos. I could be creating some form of content. I could be marketing myself. It just never ends. And it gets to a point where it's overwhelming. I lose a lot of sleep pretty frequently. I'm somebody who gets a lot of ideas. So sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night and like, oh my God, that's a great idea. And then I think of it and it's silly. So there's been many nights where I just don't sleep as well because I'm either excited about something or I'm just overthinking something. The other thing, and how do I overcome that? I think it's just part of the process. So I just accept it. And more recently, I have, figured out what it is that is the main things I should be focusing on in business. And that's like, you just have to live by that, The other thing is, when you put together something, or like if I film a video or I do something where I put a lot of work into it, or I think it's really good content, and then I upload it and it gets like 2,000 views, I'm like, and with that, it's like, that's just part of the game. And that's fine, because sometimes I'll put up a video and I don't think it will get anything. And then it goes like that video I put up back in February, just showing what my money's invested in. I did not expect that, obviously, to get to, I think it's one of my top videos at this point. And I had no clue that would happen. So it just exploded. And it's things like that where I think it won't do as well, but then it does really well. So yeah. And then otherwise, I think when this kind of just comes to you as you grow. I'm not usually bothered by negative comments, but I do get some, and I don't care if it's things like how I handle my money, like that, it doesn't matter. Of course, sometimes it's annoying to see that, like, okay. But for the most part, that doesn't bother me. But when people say something about my character or just something really mean, like it's so upsetting. I just know who I am as a person, so I always want to defend myself, but it's like, you're always going to get that no matter what on the internet. The people have no photo half the time. And it's like, they're not the one feeding me or paying my bills, or they're not my loved ones. So that's fine. But that kind of just comes with it. And I'll either delete comments or just ignore it. This is from Crazy Cat Lady. I have a question for you. If you're planning to keep your money separate throughout your marriage, how do you plan on splitting bills if someone can't work for whatever reason? Disability, job loss, or if you reach FI way before your partner does? Will it always be 50-50? Will someone have to owe the other person? So as of right now, Sebastian and I we keep things separate, everything's separated. Once we get married, we're going to get a joint like checking account, probably a joint savings account, so we can put money in for bills or like future savings, future travel, for food out, that type of thing. But like, of course, if something were to happen to me or to him, like I'm going to support him. He's going to support me. So we wouldn't see it like that. But once we get married, we're going to keep things separate. But it's not like my money's your money, or like, yeah, it's not my money's your money per se. But if something were to come up, like, of course, that's a part of marriage. Like, we're going to support each other. And also, we don't see it as like, oh no, my money is my money and that's it. Like he will pay for me to get food out sometimes, or like just buy me things randomly and vice versa. So yeah, it's really not that complex. Like, we're just going to keep it separated. But of course, if something happens, then we'll be there for each other. All right, those were the questions on the post. Let me get back here. Austin, any advice on becoming a financial coach? I will talk about that too I should be writing these things down in the business video. I'll talk about that, but I started for free. I think it helps if you have some sort of audience because that builds trust. Like, people could see I'm a real person. I was very transparent with my numbers and my journey, and just like kind of showing my knowledge. And that was back in 2020 when I started, and I offered free coaching for 3 months to 4 people. And I, still sometimes talk with a couple of those ladies just randomly. But yeah, I started for free. You don't need any certifications. Some people get hung up on that, but I really recommend, if you are interested in it, look into Kelsa Dickey, Kelsa. She has a Facebook page. She has a podcast. She's really, really good. She like helps other coaches become she helps people become financial coaches. And she's a financial coach herself. She has no certifications, and she's done this for like 15 plus years. But her tips are really, really good. Like, she's probably the best person to listen to if you want to learn more about it. Melanie asked if YouTube AdSense income alone is enough for your monthly living costs now. No, definitely not. I can tell y'all what the recent. So from my lifestyle channel, I make a little bit of money, like $50 to $100 a month. From Personal Finance with Layla, tell you right now, my highest month was February. I made $3,789 from ad revenue alone. In March, that dropped to $2,079. April, $1,468. May, $1,532. So far this month, $1,265. So AdSense alone, no, I could not live off of that. That's like the house plus groceries, and that's all I could pay for. So I make some money. I give a breakdown each month in my monthly updates. And then lately, this past month, I put up short form content of how much money I was making for my business. So you can see the breakdown there, but it's like sponsorships, affiliate sales, coaching is a big part. That's been growing over the last couple of months. It just varies, it fluctuates, but YouTube has never been enough for me to live off of. Hopefully one day, that would be great. Renato, where is the website of gift list for those who want to send you a marriage gift? Oh, that is so sweet. That's okay. I don't have a website for that, but thank you for thinking of me. That is so nice, Renato. Brian Williams, would you prioritize HSA contributions before Roth? Good question. That's hard. I've never had access to an HSA I did for like one of my jobs a long time ago. That's a personal decision. HSA is going to lower your tax burden, but Roth is also really, really important. So it just depends on your retirement goals, I would say, because HSA is something that you could use now or you could use later. And I think because HSA has some limitations, you know, as far as what you can use it for, but you can hold on to that in retirement and use it then. But a Roth IRA doesn't have the limitations aside from when you pull from it, like what age. So I think you have to consider that. I don't have a straightforward answer. Personally, I would do Roth IRA, but if you can do both, obviously that's ideal, or a little bit of both at the same time, you know. L.M. Anderson for Latoya, M for Michelle. Cool. Okay, that makes sense. That's an L, not an I. L.M. Anderson. Love your content. What are your thoughts on using part of a house savings account for paying my student loans? That's from Hannah. Thank you, by the way. House savings account for paying my student loans. How soon are you buying the house? Because I think that no answer is ever straightforward. I know that's so annoying, but I just like, there's so many questions. Connie is, if Connie's still on here, we talked about this. Like if you, it depends on how far out house buying is. It depends on your interest rates of your student loans. It depends on your other savings. Like, do you have an emergency fund? And if so, then sure, maybe you can pull from your house savings, but it just depends on so many things. You got to weigh all your options. But for the most part, like I tried, obviously I paid off my student loans as fairly quickly as I could, and that was top priority for me. But usually if you let them ride out, like that's okay too. The interest isn't usually too bad. You follow Kelly Matthews. Yeah, Kelly Matthews is she's like a unit. Her body is insane. Her program is so good. Highly recommend. It's like people literally will come up to me and be like, "What are you training for?" Or like, "Are you an athlete?" Or "Are you like, are you competing?" That type of thing because of her like her exercises. So funny. Found your channel. This is from Party God Kevin. Found your channel when I was in the midst of paying off debt and learning how to budget. Watching you Transfer Tuesday videos helped keep me motivated. Just wanted to say thank you. Thanks, Kevin. I think I'm subscribed to you already. I remember your name. Party God Kevin. I'm on the wrong channel. Hold on. No, I'm not subscribed to you. I'll subscribe to you though, Party God Kevin. Thank you. Do you ever swing trade at all? No. Sina, you moved to Canada temporarily. Okay. Good to know. That's crazy. How is Canada? I want to go to Canada in the summer, not anytime otherwise. Anybody here in Canada aside from Sina? Also, again, thank you so much, Sina. You're truly incredible. And that's going to help me. My giveaway is coming up. Y'all know it's already live, like you can apply. But I'm going to be announcing the winner soon. And I haven't even looked at any of the replies, honestly, but I need to start saving for the next round. So that helps tremendously. Thank you so much. Yeah, big shout out to Sina. He's been a big part of that. So it's kind of like, you know, he's supported with the giveaway as well, along with a few others. Yeah, Connie, editing videos it's not too hard. It's just very time consuming and you can't do anything else, you know? Hey, Ashel. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Hope you're well. I'm glad you're on here. From Diana, do you think it's still possible for someone to start a successful financial YouTube channel in 2025? Absolutely. Anything is possible. Everybody will say it's oversaturated. Every niche is oversaturated, but it doesn't. There can be somebody who starts a channel and for whatever reason they explode, you know, like they just take off and it could be like I've been on here for years and I'm only at where I'm at. Like it's good, but compare it to some other people who started after me and they're like way beyond where I'm at. So it just depends. There's so many factors. It's absolutely possible. Whatever it is, whatever niche you want to be in, um, like whichever niche you want to get into, yes, look into those content creators, but also look elsewhere to see what's working for other people. And I'm not huge on like following like the trending videos. It's kind of hard for me to come up with those. But I guess where I'm getting to is if you want to learn more about content creation, honestly, I recommend Alex Hormozy. And I know some people may not like him, but he literally doesn't try to sell you anything. Like he has a free podcast, he has a book which will promote his books, but other like he does not try to sell you on anything, which I really like. And he's just his content is really solid. Nerdy film girl, when you are ready to use money from your sinking fund, do you just transfer the money from your savings to your checkings and wait? I was thinking of using SlowFI for it since it can be an automatic transfer. Yeah, so actually let's say I book a flight and I purchase that on my credit card. And then, that day or the following day, I transfer the money from my travel sinking fund to my main checking account. Then I pay the credit card. So hopefully that makes sense. So I don't transfer it and wait. I use credit cards for everything. But yes, if you are using your debit card to pay for things, you'll want to transfer the money there first, then make the purchase. But that's why I like to use credit cards along with many other reasons. Hey, Rosie. Oh, I just lost your comment. Hold on. I don't know why this jumps around. Hey, Rosie. I haven't heard from you in a long time. So happy for your engagement. Congrats. Love to see you doing so good. Wishing you both the best always. Thank you so much. Michelle, I'd love if you could make a video about HSAs and share your thoughts on them. Your explanations are always so clear and helpful. Okay, let me take notes on all these questions. I know I can come back here. Who just gave more money? Sina, was that you again? Oh my God. Gotta go very upset and stressed about the news about the war in Iran. Same. Hope to see the Islamic, yeah. Congrats on the, thank you, Sina. Wow, insane. Y'all, he sent me 100 on here and 100 from Venmo. Like, shout out to Sina. Y'all, thank you for being here so much. You're insane. Okay, thank you. And yeah, the stuff going on in Iran, if y'all don't know, I'm half Iranian. I have some family there. All of it is just upsetting. What I think, and this may get, I'm not going to talk too much about this, but I think the leaders and the people who are involved, the main people, they should just go at battle, like face to face. There shouldn't be any innocent people involved, in my opinion. It's so sad. Okay, let me write down HSA video. I can do that. S Corporation, y'all want me to talk about that. And then I have the other comments on here. Okay. From Shan, I've been watching you for 4 years. Thank you. Your channel made me want to pay off my $42K of student loans. I only have $8K left to pay that I plan to pay off by the end of the year. That's amazing, Shan. Congrats. And you may even be able to pay it off even faster. Yeah, that's so exciting. It's worth it. Good for you. Shan also asks, in your coaching class, do you teach people how to invest and whatnot? I've been wanting to take a coaching class just to ask questions about investing. So I legally can't give investing advice. I do talk about investing with all of my clients for the most part. It's just more like, oh yeah, this is what I do, or this is my thoughts on it, that type of thing, like somewhat more vague. But I've also helped people. And by the way, I don't really teach classes. It's like one-on-one that I do. I would love to be able to get to the point where there are so many people on a wait list that I can do group coaching. I tried that one time and it failed. One person signed up. But yeah, at some point I'd like to get to that, but it's more one-on-one. And then, yeah, people will log into their Roth IRA and I'll help them either show them how to actually invest money in whatever fund they want to, or some people are opening a Roth IRA. So I'll walk them through the process of that. Some people want to move their retirement funds around and invest in certain things. So I'll walk them through how to do that type of thing. And y'all know, like, I share what I invest in on my channel as well. And as I always say, it's not investing advice. It's just what I do. But yeah, feel free to email me if you want to ask about that. Big complaint with modern uppercase I and lowercase L look the same. They do. Random question from Austin. What did you study in college? Biology. I have a bachelor's in biology and a master's in biology with a focus in environmental microbiology. I was a microbiologist for 4 years. So what strategy would you recommend for paying off student loans quickly? I've saved up a hefty emergency fund, so now I'm ready to pay off my student debt. Anything to keep in mind? If you haven't already, get your student loan payment as low as possible. Like, stretch it out to 25 years if you can, if you're allowed to do that. And honestly, things have changed a lot since I've touched my student loans, so I may not be up to date transparently. But yeah, if you can get it, so if right now your minimum payment is like $300, try to get it to $100 or something. And then anything, you're not going to just pay $100 though. You're going to pay extra and throw the extra at the debt with the highest interest rate, and that will speed it up. That's my best tip. That's what I did. And then we went into COVID, so I didn't have to worry about it. I just saved up and paid it off. But yeah, that's what I recommend. Make sure you have auto pay turned on as well so that you can save on the interest. It's like 0.25%, but that's something. And then, yeah, I do prefer the debt avalanche method, so highest interest to lowest. And then, yeah, that's really the main. Everything else would apply. That, you know, like, increase your income, make some extra income, throw it at the debt. That will all speed it up, but that's the biggest trick. I'm so bored being called Lulian. Well, it is. Oh, I don't know how to say your name though. Julian? Julian? Is it like Julian but silent? Sorry. Yes, a live stream. I always say I'm going to go live more often, and then I don't. Wow, it's already been 47 minutes. Thanks for being here, y'all. What's you and your husband's plan for buying houses? Who pays the wedding vacation trips, or half-half? So for travel, we basically do half-half. Sometimes we'll, like, he'll pay more. Also, many times we'll, like, travel in the summer months, and my birthday's in July. So he's like, oh, for your birthday, I'll cover, like, I'm paying for blah, blah, blah. So that's, like, usually a part of my birthday gift. So that's one thing. But yeah, otherwise we do half and half. Like, also I use a lot of my credit card points. So he doesn't have all of that. He has credit cards, but not like I do, nowhere near what I do. So I use the bulk of my points and cover as much as I can with points. And then we split the difference after that. For buying houses, so this is his house. This is in his name. Once we get married, if the rates go down, we may refinance and put my name on it, but it's not like a huge deal to me. And going forward, it would be like, once we're married, we would go into a house together and split depending on our income. So right now we have a 60-40 split, but I would be fine with 50-50. You know, it just depends on how things look at that time. And then sometimes people ask, like, oh, what if something happens? How are you going to get your money that you've put into this house? Like, no, I've talked about this many times before. Like, I don't think people understand like, I really don't give a shit. We're going to stay together. Like, you know, we're still together. We're about to get married. But two, it's kind of like me renting an apartment. Like, when I rent an apartment, I was spending $16,000 a year on rent. I have none of that money back, you know? So I just see this as the same thing. To me, this is actually a better situation because I can literally just leave if I needed to. Talked about this in the video we filmed together. Daniel, no worries. Thank you for being here. From Stephanie, I was checking out your videos on your lifestyle channel and discovered you are Iranian. Do you ever cook or eat Iranian food? And if so, what's your fave? So I am vegan, so I'm a little bit limited, but let me see if I have some pictures. My dad's a really good cook. Oh, an update on the food for the wedding is probably going to be my dad who's going to be cooking. Because he agreed, he like offered it. So I'm like, are you sure? Because I felt bad. I considered that initially, but he makes really good food. Let's see. So I don't know if y'all can see this. I'll have to start it over. It's just like a random clip at my dad's house. They cook a whole, this is like appetizers, and then they'll put out the whole meal. If you don't know, Iranians eat a lot. They're very hospitable. So if you go to an Iranian's house, they will feed you, and they will give you chai or tea. They'll give you dessert. They'll give you like 3 different meals. So really, I just like the traditional, like the rice. My dad has made vegan kebab before. There's also a restaurant near us. Well, not near us. It's like half an hour away or so. That is all Persian food, and it's all vegan. So that was really good. The grilled tomatoes, and the salad. We call it favorite salad because I've called it that since I was a little girl. But it's really just like tomato. It's kind of Mediterranean more so. Tomato, cucumber, onion, parsley, a bunch of olive oil, lemon juice. That salad. I forget what it's called traditionally. But yeah, my dad will make a lot of vegan options for us, which is really nice. And it's so, so good. Let me see if I have any other pictures. I love chai. So this is me and my dad a few years ago in his backyard with the samovar. I am lagging. That's the metal thing. It makes, you put wood in it, and it makes like this really nice tasting water. And it's hot water, and it makes your tea. So yeah, that's a big part. Here's another picture. I am making the tea. So yeah. But otherwise, I don't eat as much because it's mostly like they eat a lot of meat. Curious if you are in the process of adding more sponsorships. Yeah, 500K in 1 year. That would be great. So I'm trying. More recently, I worked with Forbes Advisor, if y'all remember, and that was the largest sponsorship I've done. 4-figure deal for 2 videos, and I'm in the works of working with them again. So it's a possibility. Mint Mobile, I'm lagging, and it's annoying me so much. Am I lagging to y'all? Let me scroll down because I'm pretty far behind. Okay, I think I'm okay. I keep seeing myself lagging, and it frustrates me. Okay, going back. Mint Mobile, I have not done sponsorships with lately because they're no longer doing that right now. But I still have like my affiliate link, and then oh, Paul's on. Hey, Paul. Sorry, I get distracted. Yeah, I would love to grow with get some sponsorships. Speaking of sponsorships, Paul has helped tremendously with that. Paul is killing it in his business. I've been on his podcasts a couple of times, Green Industry Podcasts. I've mentioned him on this channel a couple of times. But yeah, he's helped me with putting together packages for sponsorships, and we'll see. I also just like to make sure that it's brands that I would be okay with promoting or that I actually used. So yeah, that's important to me. I get reached out to all the time by these companies that I just don't align with, So sometimes a lot of crypto companies, sometimes just like things that I don't truly believe in, or like I wouldn't pay for it. So why would I promote that? But yeah, we'll see. Would you be interested in organizing a group hiking trip or meetup sometime? Maybe. Maybe. I'd be a little bit hesitant. Like I would have to make sure Sebastian can make it too, just because I would be like, I would want like Sebastian and my sister and like make sure I'm safe, Because honestly, there's crazy people out there. So putting something together, maybe I could put some sort of like barrier to entry on it where it's like, I need your info type of thing. I need to check out your Facebook page or Instagram or something. But that'd be cool. I don't go hiking nearly as much as I would like to, but that's because I live like 30 minutes south of Atlanta, and the best hiking places are up north. So hold on, I need water. What are your thoughts on the state of personal finance in America at the macro level? What do you mean by that exactly? At the macro level, as in like just in general, personal finance in America. Um, I think we could be doing better. Like it's becoming more normal to talk about finances. And also I think it's growing in like schools and such, but I really think it's really up to parents. I think so many people are just passing down poor decisions to their children, and I know that it's because of a lack of education, but I think once you become an adult, obviously it becomes your responsibility to learn about things. And unfortunately, it's just something that people don't find interest in. But no, I think it's bad. I watch a lot of videos. They pop up on my page, on my YouTube channel, of like how many people are living with their parents and they're in their 30s, or they're borrowing money from their parents. People can't afford groceries, so they're going to what is it called, the food drives and such, and they have jobs. It's just that because of their children, and like maybe one spouse lost a job, like it's just not good. But I think if you have a solid foundation, then those things, obviously anything major could happen in your life, and then it becomes, anything could happen, and it makes it really, really difficult. But a lot of times you can prepare for events that happen and prevent that situation. But no, we just need more education on it. And then social media doesn't make it any better. Like people just literally buy any and everything. Hey, Liz, thank you for coming. I wish my wife shares the same enthusiasm about paying off student loans. Yeah, I think it's hard when finances are misaligned in a relationship. And, I don't know if anybody else saw, the bulk of y'all here are, well, I would say just about everybody here. I haven't seen any hate, but everybody here is supportive of me, which I really, really appreciate. But there has been some negative comments of me talking about like the prenup. But somebody posted a YouTube short on one of my prenup videos, and it was Andrew Huberman talking with a family lawyer, and he was saying that he's done like hundreds or maybe over 1,000 prenups in his career. And for those prenups, he's done maybe 5 divorces. So what he's saying is that the bulk of people who get a prenup are unlikely to get a divorce. And I just heavily agree with that. I feel much closer to Sebastian because we're talking about it. And I was even saying to him, like, I'm so grateful that we align on so many things. Because I've seen it in my personal life. I've seen it with clients, like where they don't align, whether it be finances or, hold on, this is lagging and it's annoying me. Whether it's on finances or children or religion or family, just anything like that. And me and Sebastian align on everything as far as the like bigger things in life. And that to me is just so important. Hey, Zach, thank you. Books I recommend for finance that change your perspective. I really don't read that many finance books. I can see some behind me. I would say my favorite is The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. That one's good. Otherwise, Otherwise, no. I listen to podcasts. Like that's how I learned everything is podcasts. I've also heard The Simple Path to Wealth is really good by J.L. Collins. I haven't read it. Hold on, it's frozen. Oh, okay. Shan made a Roth. Sorry, my thing keeps jumping. I made a Roth that's chewing on the Wi-Fi waves. Y'all hear? And so many people left. It's okay. Y'all hear? It says I'm live. Honestly, it wasn't like a good. It didn't make sense to me. That's never happened, so I was confused on what to do. I was just waiting on it to connect, but I think I had to click reconnect. Okay, I'm back. Can y'all hear me? Okay, great. Thank you, Mario. Let me go back up. There's so many. Thank y'all for all the comments. Where was I? What was I even talking about? Oh, Shan, you made a Roth IRA with Fidelity. You don't know how to use it. I'm going to take your coaching, so maybe you can help me understand. I also have a video on how to contribute to your Fidelity account. It's a YouTube short. If you go to my channel, go to short, go to most popular. It's the most popular video, so it shows you how to actually invest your money. But yeah, feel free to email me. Charlie's cash flow. I'm from Belgium. Love following your content, even if I don't have a Roth IRA. Thank you. I know some people don't relate to a lot of the content I post, but this is what I know, so that's what I talk about. I'm interested in your one-on-one coaching. Do you offer it all year or only certain times? All year. Actually, right now I have a special. If you're on my email list, $1,200 for the 12 weeks. I got a snarky email. Am I back now? Ugh, I'm so sorry, y'all. It literally says your connection is great. I like refreshed the page and it said excellent. Okay, I was talking to y'all. Like, can y'all hear me? Nobody was responding, so I was like, okay. I'm so sorry. I want fiber. It's not in our area, unfortunately. Cool. I'm back. I'm so sorry, y'all. That's really frustrating. We have Xfinity and I don't know. We've had so many storms lately too that I don't know if that's been affecting it. Usually it's fine. Okay. I gotta go back. Anyway, I think I was talking about my coaching. I have a deal right now. Feel free to email me, contact@didoverit.com. Okay. I've lost some of the chat, I think. Yeah, I've lost some of the chat. In the last few years, I've put like every extra money to my student loans. Amazing. What are your thoughts on AI being in the workforce in the future? So I think AI is really cool, but also really scary. I also learned recently that it's bad for the environment, and I truly had no idea about that. I use ChatGPT. Like I think it's kind of fun, and I felt so bad when I learned that, but like, I don't know. I think for a lot of reasons, it's going to be good for the workplace. But I think it's also really scary. So there's like just nothing we can do about it. That's kind of my thought. Like I have no control of that. Will you make a course for investing, or is that something you're already offering? So I do not have anything like that. I probably won't ever make a course again, just because like I feel like whenever a course is mentioned, people feel weird about it. And really, I don't know, like there's probably better people to learn from if you really, really want to learn about investing. Like I can show the basics, and I've kind of already done that on my channel. But if any specific questions, let me make sure y'all can hear me. Okay. I think y'all are hearing me. But any specific questions with investing, I'm happy to talk about. Honestly, my favorite topic is like debt pay down, budgeting, saving. I like investing, of course, but I guess because I'm not certified, like any sort of advisor, it makes me more hesitant to talk about it. And I do like the very basics. So I can talk more about that though. In your budget, you have grocery and household categories separated. What do you do if you get household stuff and groceries in one store and one transaction? Great question. So most of my clients actually combine groceries and household and don't separate it out, which I completely understand. I'm just a weirdo and I will go through and calculate how much I spent on household. Like if I'm at Kroger, which is our grocery store, and I buy some paper towels, I just like round it up. Like let's say the paper towels were $4.50. Then I'm like, okay, paper towels were $5. So I put that under household, and then under groceries, I just subtract $5. I just round it up. It doesn't have to be perfect for me. So, and then sometimes I'll buy stuff off of like Amazon or something for household. So that's a little bit easier, but I do separate it out. Just round up the number. Marie, what is your advice for emotional financial struggles? I'm a data analyst and love budgeting and crunching the numbers. However, I spend more than I make and I'm trying to identify the cause. Honestly, I think there's a reason for that. I do recommend like a financial therapist. So I have referred a couple of people to this girl I know, Constance. I met her at FinCon. I did an interview with her on my channel. She's a financial therapist. Her website is courage2heal.org, courage2heal.org. From my understanding, she does some great work. So I would look into that, or somebody else who you may resonate with. Usually there's some other deeper meaning for that. So it just takes time, I think, to overcome. And at least I've faced that as well. But for me, honestly, like when I'm working with clients, I'm very much so about the numbers and like I can hold you accountable. But if there's something deeper in that, like that's hard for me I can't change that about somebody, you know? It could be so many things, something with your parents, some sort of trauma, just how you are feeling, something you're going through. It could be so many things. Tressa, watching from Canada. Thank you. Thank you, Shan. Oh, you got engaged too. Congrats. Yeah, similar time. It was like May 19th, I think. U as an alphabet. Julian. Okay. Julian. Very cool. From Leo, guess what? I have credit history for this year. I was approved for the Capital One Platinum MasterCard. My dad and I had a hard time to open an account with Capital One. Nice. Congrats. That's exciting. Can you make a TikTok Tuesday about crazy debt payoff stories? Something inspiring for all the people who try to pay off debt. Sure. I can. I think this next week I'm going to do job market, something with the job market. Crazy debt payoff stories. Thank you for the recommendation. Leo, happy early birthday. Frosty, I've been watching your journey since Millennial Money. Ugh. Truly inspiring. Thank you. I've been debt-free since I got my bachelor's, but currently struggling with finding an entry-level job. Yeah, I know that the job market's crazy right now. I know that's hard. I'm so sorry. It's tough out there. I've spoken with a couple of people who are trying to get jobs. LinkedIn's a big thing. Like, just be so annoying on there. The job market is so different, though, even compared to just a year ago. So don't give up. Yeah, my dad can. I know I talked about this like 20 minutes ago with my dad's food. He can throw down in the kitchen. Like he used to be a chef, but he is, also Persian. How is Iran close to the inward? What? Iranian? Like what? Anyways, yeah, my stepmom is from Azerbaijan. She's Russian, but from Azerbaijan. And she cooks really well as well. Not as good as my dad, in my opinion, but she also bakes too. Which her baking is a little bit different compared to like what you're used to in the States. But yeah, she's really good too. So they help each other. So that's why he might be cooking for the wedding. I'm currently taking a master's in healthcare admin. Not sure if that'll be enough to an entry-level job and move up. I'm diligent with my finances from using every cent. Struggle to increase my income. Yeah. Currently master's in healthcare admin. I'm sure that will help you. Like, I would hope so. But the job market, just no idea. Ashan, hopefully I'm saying that right. Ashan, thank you for following. I appreciate it. Samovar self-boiling. That makes sense. Okay, this is where I was lagging. How long was your Yosemite hike? Good question. For those who don't know, went to California last month to visit Yosemite and Sequoia and then San Fran. We did the Upper Yosemite Falls Trail. Going up took about 3 hours and it was brutal. Yeah, that was hard. One of the hardest hikes I've ever done. And you can go all the way. There's like Upper Yosemite Point or Falls Point. You can go like above the waterfall. We didn't do that because that would have been an additional mile and like we wouldn't have made it. So it took 3 hours going up, 2 hours going down. And then altogether, it took 25,000 steps. So I don't know. I think the going up, it was 4 miles or maybe like 3.5. And then of course coming back down. Hey Ross, how you doing? Happy Friday. Thanks, Ranger. Y'all have any fun plans for the weekend? I'm going to be helping Sebastian's parents move. They got a house, and some of tomorrow I'll be doing that, which isn't really fun, but. Okay. Back? Okay. I saw it starting to disconnect. It told me at the top, so I'm so sorry. What was I talking about? I lost some of the chat again, I think. So I don't even remember. If you left a question and I didn't answer it, feel free to put it again because some of it got lost when I refreshed. It only lets me go up so far. I can't remember what I was talking about, like truly. Sebastian's parents moving, but there was something else, right? Like reading a comment or something. I don't know. I'm so sorry. Thank you for reminding me. Okay. Do you have any advice on how to meet people your age who are on the same page when it comes to personal finance? I'm in my late 20s and it feels like many money savvy people are already partnered up. So if you're familiar with Choose FI, the podcast, they have Facebook groups for like each state. They didn't create it. I think like somebody, for example, I'm in Choose FI's Facebook group for the state of Georgia, and they do meetups really regularly. So there's couples, there's single people. I have not gone to one. I would love to, but I think that's a great place to start, honestly. At least like starting with something in common there. Otherwise, I genuinely don't know. I've been with Sebastian for 8 years, so it's like I don't know what I would do. Okay, this is when I lagged. Did I freeze on an ugly face? Y'all are saying that it could have been a meme. That's great. That sucks. Okay. Yeah, Xfinity is gross. That's the only option. Even the other day, I went to Target and they were like the people who sell AT&T fiber, and they were like asking. I gave them my address. They were like, "Oh, it's not available." Like, yeah, I know. Benjamin, 24-year-old subscriber of yours here. What type of investments would you recommend prioritizing in my Roth IRA and taxable brokerage account for a moderate risk portfolio? Um, I'm hesitant to give advice on this, but not financial advice. If you're 24, I personally, if I was 24 and even at my age of 32 almost, um, I would not do moderate risk. I would do as risky as possible. You are very young and will probably be investing for quite some time. So I don't think that a moderate risk portfolio is necessary. But I understand that some people are more uncomfortable with that. So I still think investing in something like the S&P 500 or the total stock market is fine, but just do a split. So maybe like 80% S&P 500, 20% bonds, whichever you would want to choose from. So yeah, that's kind of as far as I'll go with that. But I would say be more risky. You have time to invest. Can I lower the upload quality of the stream? I genuinely don't. This is why I need to go live more often. I mean, y'all can hear me right now, right? Okay. I'm lost in the chat. Hold on. I guess the whole thing. I already read that. Here we go. How is it bad for the environment? Yeah, I was talking about AI. So I think I'm like pretty far back in the chat. I apologize. But I was talking about AI, and I guess to store all of the information, like all of the, what's it called? Like the big old drives that they have, they're taking up so much land to be able to do that. That's what I saw about it. And yes, the energy, it uses like a lot of water because it has to keep it cool as well. So it uses a lot of electricity, it takes up a lot of land, and then uses a lot of water. No, I'm not changing my investing strategy, still US stocks. You probably know more and are more genuine than some of those qualified people. Thank you. I appreciate that. Real estate, yeah, okay. Some AI conversation. Steph's That Journey. Hi, Stephanie, with Emma and Billy, her two pups from New Jersey. Honey's downstairs, of course. Afraid of investing in case I lose it all. Hopefully you are investing though. At least something, have your eggs in multiple baskets, but I still think investing is really important. Do you believe those who do not understand sales taxes contributes to not being financially understanding? Like if something was $4.99 before tax, but apply 10.4%, which is $5.50-ish, but most think 5. I'm not sure exactly what you mean, but I think if you're like referring to tracking spending, I think tracking as detailed as possible is really important. Because otherwise you may not be getting an accurate picture. But I don't think it's necessarily like you don't have to understand every detail of sales tax to be financially literate. Hey, Moses. What do you recommend to do with debt payoff, specifically student loans, if expecting a baby? What do you recommend to do with debt payoff? I mean, you're probably going to switch priorities and start saving for preparing for that, and that's fine. Just it depends on your interest rates too, but that's normal to go through different stages of life. So if you want to focus on saving for a baby and prepping for that, that's fine. And just paying like the minimums on the student loans, or maybe like 50 extra a month, $100 a month, you can absolutely balance that. From Ernest, I know you're having an affordable wedding, but how much of this is you not caring for a big wedding, and how much of that is just being cheap? I mean that in the nicest way. No, I understand. So I think it's really just I don't want it. I really wasn't gonna do a party at all, or like we weren't going to. There was just pressure from our parents immediately, and it's kind of just to get them to stop. I think it's gonna be fun. I have always wanted like a party because I just want like all the music we really enjoy and to be able to dance to that for hours, because when else can you do that? Um, but I just really like me and Sebastian, like the idea of just us two, like he's the most important to me. And I didn't really care for a big thing. And yeah, the money was a part of it, but like I'm okay with spending 10 to 15K on everything, because that's what it's looking like right now. And plus we're going to be splitting that. So yeah, I'm just not somebody so we're not doing the ceremony. That makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't want to walk down the aisle or stand at the front, and I just don't like that. So Enigma, tomorrow's skateboarding day. Cool. I didn't know that. We have Sebastian used to skateboard, and then he has a penny board, and I was doing that for some time, like during COVID. I was always scared though, but it was fun. Who is that? Sorry, I'm trying to catch up, and then it jumped. Austin, thank you. $9.99. Find that in today's economy, the average person needs to learn to invest, unfortunately/fortunately. Yeah, you do. It's so important. Otherwise, you can't save for retirement. Truly, like maybe if you make a really high income, you'll be fine, but you've got to invest. Okay, it jumped. So let me find. Okay, I was blagging. Costco or Sam's Club? I have no clue. I don't go to either. I'll say Costco, I think. There's neither near us. We have like a BJ's near us, but we don't go to that either. Have you ever thought of starting a Discord or something like that? So I kind of want to start like y'all tell me, I shouldn't even say this, honestly. I wanted to start like a budget club, something where it's not exactly my coaching, but it's like to hold y'all accountable, whoever wants to join, obviously, to hold people accountable, go live each week and be like, track your spending, let me know if y'all have any questions, that type of thing. And this would be through paid, because I am a business at the end of the day. But yeah, I do want to help more people. And I know that my coaching packages can be more expensive, but if I were to have like some sort of membership, I really like community. Like, I think this is so cool that y'all are on here right now. There's 76 people on here, and like, that's crazy to me. That's so cool. And I think it would be fun to do that, like help people with accountability who may not want to work as closely with me, and then have like a budgeting call at the end of each month. And I can put somebody like in the hot seat, so to speak, and, help them with their budget, and people can watch. I think that would be fun, but no Discord. I don't even know how to use Discord. I think it's confusing. I think I could learn it, but yeah, I've been thinking about membership, but don't hold me to it. Do you have early retirement plans? How will you plan to balance money living in your taxable brokerage account versus 401k? So I don't really have early retirement plans because I am kind of doing SlowFI, because I quit my full-time job and now I just do this, and I like enjoy life 10 times more. And obviously as of right now, I'm making less money than I was compared to when I was working my 9-to-5 job altogether. But I'm so much happier, and I'm still able to invest even if it's not as much. So it's going to take me longer to get to retirement. But that it's called SlowFI. That's what I'm following. So no early retirement. If I can, like if I get to that point, then we'll see. But I would put, if each year, let's say I get to the point where I can max out my Roth IRA, max out my 401k, then beyond that is when I would add to my brokerage. And right now I have like 11k in my brokerage, so not much. Michelle, oh yeah, your birthday is on Monday because you look like Ashley, whose birthday is also on Monday. Do you have any tips on how to treat yourself without feeling guilty about spending? I know we had talked about this before, but having that like guilt-free savings, it might take some time. And yes, shout out to the Cancers. I'm also a Cancer. And happy early birthday, Michelle. So I think it's okay to treat yourself a little bit. Well, one, if you get any cash gifts for your birthday, then use that money on yourself. My dad will like give me cash, or like my dad and stepmom, and he's like, no, use it on yourself. Cause I'm like, okay, I'm going to invest it. And then that's like what I like to do. But if you use that for spending on yourself, or if you get gift cards, of course, take advantage of like all the free stuff that you can on your birthday at the different restaurants, get your Starbucks, get your whatever else. That's always fun. And I think it's okay to treat yourself a little bit. You don't need to feel guilty about it. Birthdays are a really cool thing. Like, it's a miracle at the end of the day, if you think about it, that we're alive. And sometimes I just sit here and I'm like, whoa, like my body is just doing what it needs to do to keep me alive. And that's insane if you think about it for too long. So it's such a blessing that we get to be another year older, and your money is not going to be able to go with you when you pass, so just spending $100 on yourself for your birthday, like, do it. How's Honey doing? Honey is great. Do I have a recent picture of her? Of course I do, but let me see what I have. She got her new toy this morning. Sebastian finished his like tub of protein in the plastic container, and I like rolled it and she was playing with that. It's so funny. She's weird. Here's a recent picture. I think this was yesterday. It's just a baby. This is my foster dog. If anybody doesn't know, her name is Honey. But she's good. Dog and his lawyer. As a recently retired lawyer of 42 years, I can tell you the prenup is just genius. It resolves disputes and prevents misunderstandings before they ever arose. Thank you. Absolutely. And most people don't talk about finances before going into a marriage, which is crazy. So maybe not most people, but a lot of people don't. And then they're like, oh, I didn't know my wife or my husband had $20,000 of debt. Okay. Hey, Kat. No worries that you're late. We've had some issues with the connection anyway. So hopefully that's done. One of the reasons people are scared of investing is because they think real estate is such a surefire investment plan. The problem is the costs involved with real estate eating into profits. That, and also you live in it, unless you're getting rental properties, that's different, but you live in it, so at the end of the day, that's there. Did I just get some? Hi from Brazil, Bruna de Lima. Thank you. Very cool. Hi from Brazil. Congrats on the engagement. I love the related content. Do you have any plans for a honeymoon trip? Thank you so much. First of all, I really appreciate that. Kinda. So I don't know if we're calling it our honeymoon, but we booked a cruise for next year for Greece, and I'm really excited about it. It's like 11 nights, which is crazy, and all inclusive. Well, we don't drink, so I don't think alcohol is included, but we don't drink anyway, so that's fine. But the food is all included, and I'm so sorry, y'all. Am I here? This is really frustrating. I'm so sorry. Y'all are real ones for staying here. Back. Okay. I'm so sorry. I know it's frustrating for y'all. It's frustrating for me, so I can only imagine how annoying it is. I apologize. Again, I've lost some. I think I've lost some of the chat. I was talking about the honeymoon. We tend to travel a couple of places per year. But yeah, we're doing a cruise next year in Greece, and we're probably going to get married like before that at the courthouse. So that might be our honeymoon. I don't know, but we travel fairly frequently. Am I still here? Y'all can hear me? Isaac, are you doing Virgin Voyages cruise? It's great deals right now. If y'all are interested, there's great deals this year on Virgin to go to Greece, and it's like Greece and Turkey, like the islands, the beautiful islands. So check it out if you are interested. Okay. Hi, Denise. Denise P. Love the top bun. My hair, I came in from the pool and I was like gonna do my hair, but I was still too sweaty. Ziggy, thank you. You're gonna max out your Roth IRA soon. Amazing. Congrats. Let's see. Is BJ's good? I don't know. So I think the BJ's by us is not as good. I've heard that some of the food is like expired and such, but I think it depends on your location. Hello, Nate. Thank you for being here. If you're still here, I'm behind on some of the chat, and also I keep lagging, so it doesn't tell me timestamps for each comment. Hello, Evan. Okay, so some of y'all would join the club. What I'm worried about is like I'll create the budget club and then like nobody joins, or just like a few people join, and that's fine. But at the same time, it needs to be worth it. Like, yeah, I just want to be able to offer enough and also make it worth it for me too. Okay, y'all said it here first. What would you be willing to pay for a budget club? Monthly membership. Yeah, Denise, I would like, that's what I want, is people on like a similar path, or even if they're not on a similar path, just like having a community of like-minded people that will keep you accountable, keep you motivated. I had already planned the whole thing. Like I know what platform I would use and everything. Daniela, thank you for watching me from your job. Happy you're following your dreams. Thank you. SlowFI, I can expand on SlowFI. Happily can. So SlowFI it was a term coined by Jessica from the Fioneers, FIONEERS, Fioneers. So she talks about it pretty frequently. They have a YouTube channel as well. But it's basically you are still investing and saving a little bit, but doing things in your life that you actually want to be doing. It's really just an excuse to say like, hey, I'm making less money and I'm still investing, but I'm not going to really hit financial independence until normal retirement age. So it's just living a slower life and doing what I did, where I took my business full time, and it's not like I'm going to make like millions of dollars per year, but I just enjoy life so much more now and doing things that are fulfilling to me. Or it could be like taking a part-time job, or switching to a job that's more fulfilling for you, and it might be less money, but you're still saving and investing. But Jessica from the Fioneers, they explain it better, her and her husband. I use all my birthday freebies. Yeah. I really just get like Starbucks, and then Panera Bread gives you like a free pastry, so I'll get like a bagel. Julian's birthday's yours is on the 4th. Nice. Tips for making more money outside my 9 to 5. I want to work on something I'm passionate, but also need money. I put up a TikTok Tuesday the other day of side hustles. Some people shared good ideas, but it will take time to grow. Honestly, if it's something, that's how I started, is just starting my YouTube channel, talking about finances. That was something I am passionate about, and it eventually got monetized, but it took months, So as long as you're okay with that, I think any sort of content creation honestly is the way to go. If you like content creation. But otherwise, freelance, do some sort, like if you like to do graphic design, or maybe you're really good at teaching a language, like you could start doing things like that. There's different platforms that you can offer your services. Isaac, yes, I do have a budget for the wedding. I made a couple of YouTube shorts on it, but about 10,000 for the wedding party, and then like 5,000 for everything else, including our like prenup and the courthouse fees, that type of thing, marriage license. About 15K altogether. Okay. Y'all should get married on the ship, just you two. Yeah, that would be cool. We'll probably just do I don't even know how that works. Like, what do you do? Isaac, it's more than just Greece. Yeah, so our cruise is Greece and then Turkey. The cruise cost $3,500 for the both of us total. We have to pay for flights, but if you look at flights during that time, I think it's going to be like 800 per person, which isn't bad. Ross, that's so cool. Ross joined my chat instead of a business webinar. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. It's so cool. Keep documenting the travels. I absolutely will. And I don't get too many views on my travel videos, but I love having the memories of it. I think it's so special. Getting so burnt out on the 9 to 5. Trust me, I know. 9 to 5s, it's just not for me. What's my take on SlowFI versus CoastFi? I think CoastFi is really cool. It's just something. So CoastFi is when you have enough money invested where you can stop investing, and then your money is going to compound on its own and reach enough for traditional retirement. And you could basically switch to a lower paying job or part-time job and not have to worry about the saving and investing as much. It's not something I would really want, because I would just want to continuously invest, like I would still feel like I'm missing out, but I think it's good. And I think a lot of people who do reach CoastFi still continue investing. So I like that they're all really customizable. Yeah, how is everyone's June budget going? Let me see mine. Give you all a little quarter. How far are we through the month? Like a third? I mean, a third? 3/4? 3/4? Okay. I'm over budget on wedding because I didn't plan for that. Oh, I got my windows tinted. Some of y'all are going to get mad at me, but I went over budget there. I forgot to budget for some parking, paid for my dad's parking we're going to a Yankees game next month. That was his gift. Split that with my sister, paid for that. Also had to pay for parking for the airport next month. Forgot about that. I'm over on health and beauty Okay. I'm back. Sorry, y'all. Thank you, Brittany. Glazed donuts. I know it's random, but how much sleep do you get? I get a solid 8 hours. Seems like you keep yourself busy. I'm just wondering how you manage to do so much with only 24 hours in a day. So even when I was working full time and doing all my side hustles, well, there was a point in my life where I was probably sleeping like 6.5 hours on average, because I would wake up at like 4:30 and work on my channel or work on my blog and then go to work. And that was when I had to like physically go into work. So I was sleeping less then. And then I would like come home, go to the gym, work on my side hustles. And that's kind of how I made all this possible. Um, I am a bit of a workaholic. It's been a problem. Like it's not a problem. I like it. Like I think it's what I do for work is fun to me. So I don't see it as a problem. And there are many times where I am relaxing. Like the reason the reason I'm going live today is because yesterday I was supposed to film a video and I was like, I really am not in this, like I just can't film a video today. I don't want to. And I'm like, you know what? I'm self-employed. I don't have to film a video. I'll go live tomorrow and that will be fun. I haven't done it in some time. So it's just cool to have like the flexibility. But yeah, since I've quit my job, I've gotten even like so much more sleep, 8 hours per night, usually. And I work really well under pressure. So if I'm like, oh my God, I have to get a video up today or tomorrow, I will just edit like nonstop for a couple of hours and I'm good to go. I just work well under pressure. Oh, David said, thanks for sharing your Bianco latte perfume. I need to go out and smell it, but Sephora doesn't have it. I'm in my Sol de Janeiro fragrance era. Have you tried those? Yes, I use Sol de Janeiro for my lotion every day. I like the Bon Dia, the hot pink one. That's my lotion daily. I also like 71. It kind of smells like caramel popcorn at first, but once it settles, it's very like waffle cone, which if you don't know, I'm going to be uploading a vlog this weekend on my other channel where I share more about my perfumes because somebody asked I don't know if it was you, David, or somebody else, but asked what perfumes I wear. I really like to smell like a fresh baked cookie. That's like my goal. And that is kind of what I smell like all the time. But I use Bianco Latte and then Vanille by Outrimer. Oh, it is the first day of summer. It's 88 degrees. We went to the pool today. Oh no, 4K over budget. I'm sure something came up. Brittany, yeah, I know 750 is a lot for the tint, but I think it'll be worth it. I canceled book club, Moses. I don't know if you saw. I didn't like I am no longer doing book club. When I'm working night shift, I get about 5 hours of sleep. I don't know how people work night shift. Back when I was in high school, I did a couple of overnights when I was a server at IHOP. It was on like holidays, like 4th of July. And that was really it. Dear Finance, I don't know if you heard my comment before, but I see this repeated. Do I offer one-on-one coaching throughout the year or only during certain times of the year? It's throughout the whole year. What service or software do you use for your live stream? So this right now is just through YouTube. Otherwise, I use Zoom. And I never have problems with Zoom. Like I think it's really just YouTube. Stephanie, yes, I do have rosacea. I cover it. I can't really, I've always had like broken capillaries on my nose since I was like 8 years old. So I just can't do anything about that. But sometimes if I'm hot or if it's cold or if maybe certain foods that I eat, I'll get like the splotchiness and I usually just don't cover it up. But I recently purchased Il Maquillage. I'll put that in the chat because Il Maquillage, and it's like the green. Let me see. That's what I have used recently to cover up. Otherwise, I heard there was another one. So Il Maquillage Camo Power is what it's called. There was another one by like Dr. Am I Frozen? No. Okay. I'm like paranoid. The other one I saw, I'll put it in the chat too. Hey, Kate. Dr. Jart. Cicapair. I haven't used this, but I've seen other people using this for rosacea. It doesn't cover it completely, but you know, at this point, it's just like, this is what I look like, you know? It is what it is. It could be worse. My other channel is Living Like Layla. It's always in my description box. And it's all just lifestyle stuff. So I have so many things that I'm passionate about. So I just like to vlog my life. I like fitness. I like gardening. I have a foster dog, so I show her a lot. I show Sebastian some of those videos. Outfits that I'm wearing are just like random things. So just lifestyle. Y'all, it's almost been 2 hours. Y'all are so cool for being here. Moses, did you read I'm moving to Rome, Georgia next month? I thought you were already in Rome. Honestly, I don't like Rome. That's where Honey's from. And that's where we did a lot of volunteering, like the outreach. People just treat their dogs really badly in Rome, Georgia, and it's so upsetting. We got the tether ban put in place in Floyd County so that it's illegal to tether your dog outside, even though it should be like common sense. But yeah, that's where Honey's from. She's a little Rome girl, and I just don't have the best experience with people in Rome, unfortunately. Brittany, any thoughts on deferred comp accounts like 457 or 403B? I work for local government and wondered if I need a 457 in addition to my 401k and Roth IRA. You probably don't need it in addition to. So do you have a 401k through the government as well? Because I think if you like already have a 401k from a past employer, roll that into your 457. I think that's like it's the equivalent, you know, or like a TSP. Let me see if she answers. Yes, I do. Okay, so no, I wouldn't think you need to go much more beyond that. And if I honestly am not too familiar with 403Bs or 457s, but it might be that you can't contribute more than, like, you know how 401k is 23,500. I want to say that those combined, you can't do more than that. I could be wrong, honestly. I'm not too familiar with them. But I think having just the 401k and Roth IRA is sufficient enough, unless you can like heavily invest more. Austin, have you ever thought about selling produce or freeze-dried stuff, like from the garden? Is that what you're referring to, Austin? No. I've thought about tomatoes because we got so many tomatoes last year in the garden, but it wouldn't be worth it. Like I want to eat them, you know? I picked a pepper today. It's apparently, I thought I bought bell peppers, but it looks like I bought Anaheim peppers. I think they're like thin, which is disappointing. But so one of the peppers I cut was spicy, which I can't eat spicy like that. So that's unfortunate. I don't know where that came from, but then the one I cut today was not spicy, so that's good. And then it looks like I am growing some bell peppers too, because it's like thicker, which is good. Well, thank you for watching, Julian, instead of working on your script. Greetings from Finland. Very cool. A little less Anna. Thank you for being here. I want to go to Finland. Do you see you or Sebastian needing to support in retirement? Unfortunately, yes. All of them. It's scary. Yeah, it's scary. I'm hoping that's not the case. But that's a big reason why I like want to be make more money is so I can support myself and support, like, I would like to give back more to my family too. And yeah. Budget Life Sophia, can you talk in a video about mortgage payoff? So I don't have a mortgage. So like one day when I have a house in my name, then I would be happy to. I think you said you're already following her, but Mary from Pennies Not Perfection, she is working on paying off her house. I highly recommend watching her videos because she's been like going off on those videos, like posting left and right. So definitely recommend her. Hey, Janny, how are you? Thank you for being here. What are your thoughts on financial advisors? Have you ever had experience with them? I don't like financial advice. I don't not like financial advisors. I would not recommend them though, because they take a lot of your money. I think if you're really wealthy and you don't care about losing some of your money, go for it. And you don't have like time for it. But it's so much easier to just invest on your own. I think getting like a fee only advisor is fine. Get some professional advice and you pay like $200 for an hour of their time. Why can't I think of it? Jeremy Schneider from Personal Finance Club. He has a company, Tangerine, something like that. He does fee only financial advisors, and that's the brand that I recommend, or the company that I recommend. But otherwise, they take a lot in fees. I meant to make a video on that, but what supplements are you taking? That is not too personal. Nothing is too personal, honestly. I literally talk about everything. I take a lot of supplements because I'm vegan, but also because I have Crohn's. So I do take vitamin D3. I take a lot of that, like 5,000 IUD. Is that what it's IU? 5,000 IU a day, something like that. I take a B12 complex. I take riboflavin in to that, which is a like separate or like a B vitamin. I take a probiotic. I take vitamin C, K2, glutamine, glucosamine, boswellia, something like that for my joints. There's probably more. There's more. I take quite a few supplements. It's like 10 pills a day. Whoa. Okay, 401k and 457 can be maxed out separately. You see? There's some things I don't know. If you can do more than 30K, about 30K total between your 401k and your Roth IRA, I say go for it. But otherwise, it depends on your goals too. Like if you are thinking to retire early, then you may want to consider like a brokerage account outside of that. What countries have you been wanting to visit and which ones you want to talk about you've been to? Wanting to visit, so Greece, but we are going there next year, which is exciting. And then I'd like to go to Portugal. I'd love to go to the UK and like all of that. Just take the train, I guess, through everything. Like Switzerland, I'd love to go to. Finland, I'd like to go to. I have been to Australia, which I'm grateful to say, but I want to go back. The countries I've been to, one of my favorites was French Polynesia. That was incredible. Specifically Moorea, the island Moorea. Costa Rica, it's cool, beautiful. Colombia, beautiful. I've been to Australia. I studied abroad in Australia. I loved it so much. Like I could live there. I've been to Azerbaijan, which is the Middle East. I would not go back there personally. My dad and my stepmom go back like every year, but I don't join them. Just a culture shock. Jenny, miraculous early day. Nice. Just resting before doing some gardening and call tomorrow. Jenny, I'll have to text you, but those bell peppers that I planted, I don't think they're bell peppers. They're like spicy peppers, or I don't know what they are, but I'm so upset. Hi, Lex from North Carolina. Y'all are still here. Y'all are so real for being here. Thank you so much. SCHD on Fidelity. Like, y'all, I just do what I do, and I don't invest with Fidelity. Let me see. SCHD. Year to date. What do y'all think of SCHD? Oh, so that's a Schwab. Looks fine to me. It has, let me see. You're doing it through Fidelity. Expense ratio is a little bit higher than some other funds. Let me see. I'm looking at its performance. I'm not familiar with Schwab's like that, to be honest. Charles Schwab. I think that's fine. I mean, in general, just keep buying. Yes. If anybody has opinions on SCHD, feel free to share. Hello from Henry County. Hello. This keeps jumping. Okay. Any advice on buying land in Georgia? That's like, if you talk to my dad, if you ask him like, oh, what would you suggest? He's like, buy land. He just is always saying to buy land, and I don't do it. I don't know. I would love to buy land, like maybe in Dahlonega. That's a like city in the mountains, and it's really beautiful there. And there's a lot of opportunity to, like, if you wanted to build like a cabin, and people travel to Dahlonega for either hiking or just to visit. It's like a cute town. You may already know that. I don't know. I'm sorry. But the other thing, I would want land that's like already developed, I suppose. I think that I don't know. I really don't have advice on it. Everything that I've seen is the stuff that's a bit more affordable. I've heard that it's best to buy it in cash, and it's just like not on my radar. You know, I've looked at it and I'm interested in Dahlonega, but it's not something I like will move forward with anytime soon. Have you heard of the citrus method to reduce sweating? Lemon juice onto a cotton ball and applying it to areas prone to sweating. I think I've done the lemon juice on my underarms before, and it burnt, so I stopped. So magnesium too. I have a magnesium spray because I've heard that like can be a natural deodorant. That burnt so bad. I have pretty sensitive skin. I use the magnesium spray on my feet though for sleeping. That helps a lot. How many hours a day do you read? It depends. The time that I read the most is before bed, and that's like half an hour to an hour. If I'm at the gym and I walk on the treadmill, I'll read. So that's like 30 minutes, 20 minutes to 30 minutes. And then like I was at the pool today, so I read for maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It just depends. There's some days where I'll read like hours, and then others where it'll just be 30 minutes. What book are you currently reading? I'm reading this little like romance fantasy situation. It's called The Good Part. I forget her name. Maybe like Sarah Cousins or something. I think her last name's Cousins. But The Good Part is pretty good. I like it a lot. I started it this past Sunday, and I'll probably finish it by like tomorrow. It's a pretty easy read. It's been good. Yeah, surprise jalapeno. That happened to me last year. I got banana peppers instead of bell peppers. It wasn't a banana pepper. I filmed a short, so it'll be up soon on Living Like Layla. But I tested it and I was like, oh my God, this is spicy. It's a light green pepper, so it looks like a banana pepper, but it was spicy and I don't know what it is. And then the other ones, I think they're Anaheim peppers, but those aren't spicy. Any book recommendations? I'm happy to talk about books. Don't get me started, y'all. Okay, ideally mystery thriller. I give a lot to my mom and my sister, so I'm gonna have to try to remember. This stack here is usually Frida McFadden. So I gave like multiple books to my sister and to my mom, so I don't have them. But anything Frida McFadden, she is thriller, but without being like gory. Her books are very easy to read. So don't go into them expecting like some crazy great writing. I think she's great. Don't get me wrong. She's probably my favorite author, but like you'll finish her books in a day, basically. So Frida McFadden, anything by her. This one, the Mind F series. If you like a good revenge story, this is so good. It's huge. It's 5 books in one, but I finished it in like 5 days. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna have to remember. One of my favorite books is A Good Girl's. Am I here? Okay. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. It's a young adult, but so fun. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna have to fix that. Can't get it in. What else? The Silent Patient. That one by Alex Michaelides is good. This is gonna bother me. Okay, we got it. If you want a gory thriller, like you're okay with some disturbing scenes, Karen Slaughter, Pretty Girls. My mom has that right now. Gave that to her. It's really disturbing, though. One of the most disturbing books I've read. What else? Yeah. I mean, I like all books. Like, I'm not too picky. Do y'all have any book recommendations? Have you invested in CDs? That's something I was interested in, but I wanted to raise around 10K. I have not. There are some CDs available that are more flexible too, that you can like keep putting money in or pull money out so that, you don't block up your money. But I have not done CDs. I think they're great though. For now, I'm pretty content with like what I'm gaining in my high yield savings account. What's the worst financial decision you made? I have a video I ranked my worst financial decisions. Number 1 was co-signing on a car. It didn't cost me that much in the long run, but emotionally it was the worst. Bye, Gretel. Thank you for being here. Ooh, a yoga retreat in Dahlonega. That would be beautiful. Am I back? Oh, I didn't know I lagged. It didn't tell me anything. Before it was saying like connection. I'll end soon. If y'all keep asking questions, I'll keep answering. I'm reading Not a Happy Family by Sherry LaPena. Kat, you're always reading you must read so many books in the year because it's always a new one on each time you comment. And it's always books I'm not familiar with, so I'll have to look into them. Do you think you'll ever be doing those finance Q&A interviews with people? Like the ones on the street? Yeah. It's just scary. Y'all try going to interview people on the street and see it literally, I dread doing it. But like it's fun once I start, but the anxiety of going up to people and asking, it's just really scary. And I know that nothing crazy can happen. Or something crazy could happen, but for the most part, it's just going to be like, no. But yeah, it's just a lot of rejection therapy, I guess. Team Edward or Team Jacob? Jacob, Team Jacob. Chelsea Fagan. Chelsea Fagan. That name sounds familiar. Let me see. Is she the YouTuber? Is she the Financial Diet? Yeah, she is, isn't she? I have not read her books. I knew that name. That's so cool. I didn't know she had fiction books. I'll have to check them out. Stephanie, I have done videos on books on my lifestyle channel. And usually in like all my vlogs, I'll talk about what I'm reading. And then I did a quarterly update, like all the books I read in quarter 1. I'll do it again for quarter 2 and so on. How much of my income by percentage should I put into my high yield savings account? Thank you for being here, Blazing Day. It's up to you. Depends on your goals. Depends on, do you have debt, your income in general? It depends on that. How much money do you have left over at the end of the month? Yeah, Sebastian does look like Jacob. He gets that sometimes. So what is that in 2008? Who do you watch on YouTube? So I watch, I think I'm caught up to the chat, which is exciting. So I watch Sophie Jane. Well, first of all, on finance, I have 2 separate channels that I also watch on, you know. So on the finance side, I get a lot of like true crime, which sometimes I'll watch those, like the body cam footage. I, for whatever reason, am intrigued by those and I'll watch them. I know it's not good. It's like negative vibes. Sometimes I watch Jack Morgan. He also does like TikTok reaction videos, usually related to finance. On my lifestyle channel, I watch Sophie Jane. She's in Australia. I love her and her friend group. It's just so cute. Lately, we've been watching Ryan Trahan every night, Sebastian and I. He's doing a series right now where he goes to different, him and his wife go to a different state each day and stay in a different Airbnb. It's really cool. They're raising money for St. Jude. And then Sarah Caroli, she's a booktuber. Destiny Sidwell, she's a booktuber. My guilty pleasure is like Nectar videos. Y'all know those, like the dating ones? It's kind of like just trash tea. I don't see it as trash. It's not that bad, but it's like where the yeah, it's just like dating, random dating things, or Jubilee. That's really it. I honestly don't watch that much, and if anything, it's like while I'm getting ready in the morning, and I'll just jump around. I got into Abby. What is this? It's telling me to stand up. I got into Abby Jimenez because of your Rex, and she's such a good author. Yeah, if you want romance, Abby Jimenez. She's up there. Her books are so good. Part of Your World, that series, you can read them as standalones, but I do recommend in order. I haven't read the new one yet, which is Say You'll Remember Me. Jenny, my next financial goal or milestone. I mean, I'm still working on increasing my income. So far, pretty good, but nowhere near like where I want to be, which is 120K plus for the year. Max my Roth IRA, still want to finish that. That's going okay. And then saving for I'm probably going to start auto saving for wedding expenses. So like 5K total over the next year or so, just so that I'm prepared for that. Hello, Shonda. Thank you for being here. Can you make a vlog and talk more about habits and how to use them for goals? I can. The book, it's a little bit overrated to me, but the book Atomic Habits really does talk about that, like habit stacking and the different systems that you put into place. I think I struggle with talking about things like that because and I've talked about this before on lives and in my videos. I naturally am just somebody who will do things. Like I have and I don't know where that comes from exactly. Like sometimes people will ask me like, "Oh, how are you so disciplined? Like how do you go to the gym all the time or how do you post content, blah blah blah." And it's just naturally who I am. So that's why it's hard for me to talk about it because it's kind of like my response is like, "Oh, I just do it." It's just who I am as a person, I suppose. And I don't ever want to come off like, oh, great. That's, you know what I'm saying? I don't ever want to come off like I'm thinking I'm better than anybody. That's not what it's just how I am. I don't know. This is how I am. So that's why I'm hesitant to talk about it. Like I used to talk about it a lot. Is something wrong? Oh, okay. I see. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, I used to talk about it a lot. Like I tried being a self-discipline coach, which was silly, but only one person signed up and it was really hard. It's hard to instill self-discipline and stuff like that into other people. If you like mind thrillers, you'll probably like Alone with You in the Ether by Olivia Blake. Alone with You, writing it down. This is books I've read here. I have a whole nother bookshelf of books I have not read, and there's well over 50 books. So I shouldn't be adding more, but it's just, I love books. Oh, my pen's dying. Okay, Alone with You. I think I've heard that. Wrote it down. Do you and Sebastian watch financial content together regularly? Never. He doesn't really care for all that anyway. Can you speak Spanish? Un poco. I've been practicing. I have the Pimsleur. Is that what it's called? I'm trying out the free Pimsleur app, the free version for now. Like I'm in the trial. And I understand Spanish more than I can speak it. And it is something that I do want to work on heavily over the next, like I always say this, it's just really hard. I can understand it better than I can speak it. And I can have like a very, very elementary conversation. I know you've answered this a few times. What kind of video equipment do you use? Camera, tripod, laptop? I use a Mac. For my mic, okay, so my camera's here. Actually, this is a Canon EOS M50. This is a Rode micro mic. It looks like this under. It's very tiny. It's a Rode. It's like that underneath. But this obviously blocks wind. Not that I need it because I'm inside, but I just have left that on there. So this is what if I'm filming finance content, it's on this. I have it's downstairs. I have a Sony ZV-1F. That one I use for vlogging. It has a little microphone attachment, not a microphone, just a buffer. What are these called? The little fluffy thing on top to block air. I have a GoPro. I think it's the GoPro 9. I use that for traveling, or I'll give it to Sebastian. That's what he films on, and then like underwater. I have mics by Fine. These are the little, I like these a lot. These have been great investment. I think they were $60. It's like this little, 2 of them. That's what I use for the interviews and such. My tripod is just like some cheap crap from, I have like 4 of them. And this is one, like an old one I got. I think it came in the package when I purchased this. So it's not like the best quality, but it's fine, does its job. Sometimes I just use a bunch of books stacked on each other. That's really it. And then, yeah, I use my Mac for editing. I use Final Cut Pro to edit my videos. Atlas of the Heart by Brene Brown is a good nonfiction. I've heard Brene Brown is good. Read Atomic Habits. Yeah, Atomic Habits is good on habit stacking and all of that. Do I use a fitness tracking app? I don't. I have my watch, which tracks my steps. That's like the only thing I track. Like this whole week, I've hit 10K steps. I've been trying to do that. So every day since Monday, I've done that. I've just been more intentional with it. Otherwise, I don't really care, like calories or. I eat the same thing every day, so I have a rough idea of how much I'm eating each day, but I don't track it. Do you still get books from the library? No, I buy them all. Also, my library here, it's like we're in a bit of a smaller town now, and the books are not the same. The reason I started buying books is because of the library. All the books I wanted to read were not at the library. So, Happiness Project. I feel like I have. Don't I have that? Hold on. Let me see. I have the Happiness Makeover. I feel like I have the Happiness Project, and maybe my sister has it. That sounds really familiar. I have the Happiness Advantage as well. She talks about 4 different types of discipline, and people think you are one of the 5% naturally disciplined. Yeah, I don't know where it came from. I'll have to check that out. Maybe I have read that, but there's several books I have that have happiness in the title. Okay, y'all, reached the end of the chat. It's been 2 hours, which is crazy. The time flew by. So I'm going to go eat some oatmeal and then go to the gym. Thank you so much for being here. Any last questions? Okay. Thank you so much. I need water. Hold on. Y'all are so cool for being here. Oh God, another question. Favorite music and artist? I like EDM. So I like hardstyle and why can't I think of it? Drum and bass. It's my favorite. EDM in general, though, not dubstep. My favorite artist, Ryan Carveo. If you want like sad boy music, Ryan Carveo, 100%. Y'all know that if you watch my lifestyle channel. I'm obsessed with him. But that's it. Okay. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. And I should do this more often, but we'll see. Bye, y'all. Have a good weekend. Thank you so much.